Okay, here's the BTS of Star Kid, which stars my son, Caden, and here's how I use generative AI as a filmmaker in my workflow. Let's get started. We created a really quick idea which revolved around Guardians of the Galaxy. After the Guardians save the universe, a Star-Lord inspired kid forms a ragtag team and journeys across the galaxies, searching for forgotten worlds still in need of heroes. And I think this part is extremely important. I mean, you're doing the work, you're doing the craft, and then you're utilizing tools to enhance that. I ran it through an banana, it gave me a bunch of other different angles, and I was able to use that for my character design. I just rinsed and repeated the same step for the spacecraft. I took screen grabs of my son and then developed a character sheet. And I wanted to have that Marvel Guardians feel to it. You know, I was shooting for those color palettes, which I love to begin with anyways. It was extremely fun shooting this with my son. It's experimental. It is through the process in which we learn these new tools and, you know, shoot first and then add AI, I think is a really good motto. So like try that and experiment and see what comes out of it. And this is what we did.
There's always something fun about the preview screen growing up as a young filmmaker, so I ended up putting it in. Throughout the whole video, I'll be using Kling, Start and End Frame. For this, I used 01. This is the first time I'm using Start and End Frame on a title sequence, and it got a little mushy at the end, so I'll probably just stick with After Effects. Using my nano method, I created the interior of the ship, but it wasn't easy. There was many mistakes in this process. None of the models could really handle the cassette tape playing, so I ended up comping in the highlighted play button and replacing the spools on both images of an actual tape that's moving correctly. I was trying to create this 3D environment, so the spatial awareness of Kling's 2.6 single frame handled the jet stream quite remarkably. I've always loved cockpit shots, especially with the Millennium Falcon, plus I gotta add some cool set design. The tree air freshener, the pizza box of grenades, and of course all the parking tickets. I took a still from this shot and put it into Kling 2.6. From there, I used a simple prompt. Have a dust storm come in from left to right in the background, then it's a simple composite from there. I did the exact same thing for this one, and I made sure to give myself enough room to composite the two shots together. After that, I just added some camera shake just for intensity. Here's an example of the start and end frame and just masking that corner out. Here's the awesome hero shot, overlay some dust, pretty simple, help blend the worlds. I created this with Nano and used single frame to animate. For these next two shots, I took my still plates and then added the effects created in Nano, seamlessly blending them together. So for this next shot, where the ramp lowers and the door opens on the spacecraft, it definitely wasn't easy. It took a lot of attempts to get this correct. Eventually, I landed on something that I was satisfied with. And here's the direct result of a start and end frame example. This shot was also turbo start and end frame. The walking shot took many tries, but eventually I landed on one that I was happy with. From a screen grab, I took the shot of the alien walking up and then replaced the lenses and the glasses. For the most natural movement for the creature to walk in, I used Kling 2.5 start and end frame. I replaced the sunglasses frames again, and then I used Cdance 1.5 single frame for that natural movement fist bump. At first, I was going to have the alien hand him a gun, but then I scaled it back to just a fist bump because I thought the gun was too much. So I didn't end up reshooting those shots. Instead, those were completely AI generated because the decision came in edit. This is all a visual effects shot as well because of the pacing of the characters in slow motion needed to be consistent with each other, which I didn't predict while we were filming this, so I had to go back and do that in post.
Thanks for watching the behind the scenes of Star Kid. Remember, as artists and creatives, it's on us to shape how this new technology is being used. And by setting clear guidelines and boundaries around generative AI, we have a chance to define the ethical and best practices and help guide the next generation of filmmakers. I'm Silas. Peace.